My name is Joe Hooks. I am 28 years old. I'm a professional golfer. The grind means every step of life, really. You can get to the PGA Tour and still be grinding. You can be on the mini tours like I am and still be grinding. The grind never ends.
The grind is hard work and it's dedication.
In the world of professional golf, the difference between the elite and the rest is razor thin.
Definitely a different world, but someone's got to do it.
The grind is a dream. The grind is why we play this game.
It's everyday hustle, getting up in the morning and being hungry.
For these players, the grind is a state of mind. It's an attitude. It's the totality of their existence, and these are their stories.
I knew it wouldn't be easy. Nothing's been easy, but that makes it just that much more special.
Joe Hooks grew up in Detroit and was a prolific winner throughout junior golf. He drifted away from the game while attending Wayne State University, but in his mid-20s fell back in love with golf. Before heading out for another season on the Advocates Professional Golf Association, or APGA, he has returned home.
Got in at 2:30 a.m. from Nashville, technically. I had a layover in Nashville coming from New Orleans. Most professional golfers don't have access to private planes. A lot of times we're trying to save some money and not book a $600 flight, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta grind. Yeah, 100%. You gotta grind. Let those abs do all the work. There you go, explode, there we go.
There's so much competition for these spots at the highest level.
Make that quad work, make that quad work, get explosive.
Being really good at golf is only a small part of it. So much of it is things that we can't see. It's everything else, that endless search to find that edge, that advantage, and actually make that leap.
You gotta attack the core as hard as you can, so when you do that takeaway, it's core, not arm. There it is, there it is, there it is. Yeah, you feeling this.
I'm happy to be home, you know, for basically a day and a half. Like, saw my mom for the first time in basically almost 2 months. And she had to go to Paris for a girls' trip. And I was a little on edge about her going to Paris anyway, because it's Paris. And I was definitely happy she made it back safely.
Joe was introduced to golf through his father, James.
When he first asked to go to the driving range with me, I told him no, he couldn't go. And I kept telling him no, just make him so hungry to go. It kind of worked out.
Swing felt like shit earlier this week too. The first 12 holes, the swing just felt iffy, you know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like it had been.
Yeah, let's have you hit a few and we'll take a look.
With locations nationwide, it's easy for Joe to visit his local golf tech to continue fine-tuning his game.
Joe did have a very good junior career, didn't really play much in college at all, and has started to find his form again as he's reaching his late 20s.
So here's the 4-iron, spine angle. So we'll call that your top position. So you're 4 degrees back. Perfect.
But I haven't felt that all week.
Yeah, no, it's looking way better, man. When you hit the line at 225, yeah, that's pretty good.
I've had a lot of success as a player, especially through junior and amateur golf. I won countless number of tournaments when I was a junior golfer, like between age 7 and 13, and then I won probably 5 or 6 times in high school. You know, I've been low-am at second biggest professional tournament in the state of Michigan, Michigan PGA Tournament Champions, and then I've won the state amateur tournament champions, and I've won 3 mini tour events in the Michigan Players Tour. You know, I haven't quite won on the national stage just yet. I've been close. Lost in the playoff in 2020. Had a lot, a few top 5s and definitely a few top 10s as well. Knocking on the door all the time.
On the mini tour level, on the PGA Tour level, on the Korn Ferry level, Pro golf teaches you lessons pretty quickly. Everybody's at the range every day. Everybody's at their trainers every day. If you don't, you're going to get passed by. They all want to crush your throat out there.
What y'all doing? Getting hungry again. Can you believe that?
It's a bunch of it in there. You can eat that.
Put some of that bacon on there would be good.
Again, huh?
On the pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. No leftovers are safe when I get back in town. But when I'm home, period, the refrigerator stays pretty tidy.
He can go through some food.
I am so happy to have my son home. Well, it's been probably about 6 or 7 weeks, and it's been hard for me. But I know that he was out there grinding, as you would call it, and getting it done. So I'm just ecstatic to have him home. He was worried about me being in Paris, so I got back safe and sound, and I'm just very happy and very thankful that I'm able to see him. I thought it was good.
She thought that was the best.
I wonder how many people drop their phones.
Trying to take a picture down the side of the Eiffel Tower.
Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
Joe was a little black kid who could play better than most of the white members at the club. First thing they would see a little black boy, they say, "You gonna be like Tiger Woods when you grow up?" And he would say, "Yeah." I'd never try to put that kind of pressure on him to be a professional golfer. The more he practiced, the better he got. And that's basically how the professional golfer thing came about.
Being a black player, looking like I do, and winning and excelling and finishing high in so many tournaments my whole life has instilled a lot of pride within me and a lot of gratitude. Like I've been blessed to get to where I am, being one of so few. It's just, you just have so much pride in it. I have all the pride in the world in being a black player.
Joe is very magnetic. He's very good looking. He's very engaging with people. He's someone that people want to be around. And it's not just people, there are companies that want to engage and align with Joe. Joe Hooks is someone who's appealing to companies in a lot of ways, and someone who has a pretty strong following on various social media channels. And then here's Joe, I'm a professional golfer and I think I can make it. I think I can make it to the highest level in the game. So he's at this crossroads. Is he going to make a living being more of a personality in golf, more of an influencer in golf, or is he going to try to chase the mini tours a little bit further in hopes of graduating onto the Korn Ferry Tour and ultimately the PGA Tour or competing tour in the future?
And it's just a piece of paper with everything on it.
In the beginning, Joe was traveling on his own by himself, which he found he was very comfortable doing it. I don't know how and why. More comfortable than I would have been.
A full-year calendar of mini tour life, you'll spend close to around 90,000, 85,000.
At the end of the day, pro golf and the financial aspects of it stop more golfers than any other reason.
I pretty much crunched the numbers myself. It's traveling, food, lodging. 85 to 90,000 is a realistic number if you're really attacking everything, playing 3-4 times a month as far as tournaments go. Yeah, it adds up quick.
Well, I gave him my credit card. I hit myself side of the head. I don't know why I did that, but I gave him my credit card, and that's what he's been using, and I figure out a way to pay it off. Now that I'm retired, hopefully some of the money I've accumulated, I can save it and use it for myself.
I don't know too many things where someone's personal expenses can really add up like that.
It is James's entrepreneurial success that helped fund his son's golf dreams.
Me and my dad used to go here like every morning before we go to work. And I started working at the store when I was about 7 years old. Literally, I was packing groceries at 7. Metro Foodland, only black-owned supermarket in in the city as far as for that entire time frame. We had to sell the store in like 2014, so it's what, 7-8 years later now. So my dad, the sacrifice he made to stay in this neighborhood, you know, and to basically keep the store was something that a lot of people don't know about. An older white lady who owned the property, basically got the property from her dad. He, you know, offered the lady what was around like $800,000 to get out at least and own it outright, like as far as just the entire property and everything, and went behind his back and sold it to a white real estate broker for $900,000. You know, so blindsided my dad after the purchase agreement was all drawn up, and then we had to buy the store back from that person to continue to own the store ourselves. It's common, you know, in business, like stuff happens as a whole, but particularly in the black community, that's an issue that black business owners have come across when it comes to ownership. Like there's always a lot of barriers to owning your own property. My dad didn't tell me any of this until I was like 22, 23 years old. All that time I had no idea like that we kind of, you know, had to endure through that. Everything after that, once the economy crashed in 2008, like, you know, everything he paid for as far as me continuing to play golf at a high level and go to, you know, Jesuit high school, and for us to continue to, you know, keep our membership at Detroit Golf Club, it slowly became more and more of a sacrifice because business wasn't keeping up with us having to make up all the extra money we had to spend.
Selling the store allowed Joe to keep playing golf, but left a hole in the family legacy.
Slowly but surely, you know, I'm gonna be in a position where maybe I'll one day be able to buy this back, and golf will be what provided that. Only, you know, time will tell, and you know, I have my little aspirations and my little idea of what could be.
Next week on The Grind, more with Joe Hooks.
Because of some new deals and opportunities I've been blessed to come across, it's allowed for me to make a little bit of sponsorship money. What I have right now only is going to cover 3.5 months if I don't make a dime.